Hi everybody. So this is our revamped course website, and I just wanted to give you a brief tour through what's new and how we're going to be approaching this course as an online course through the rest of the semester. So you can see I've landed on the announcements homepage for the course. Over here on the left, one of the first things you'll see is a link for the revised schedule and syllabus. And so if we click on that, you'll see we have a PDF of the revised schedule, and then we also have an audio version where it's the PDF, but I have a voiceover going through some of the major features of the new course schedule. We have the revised syllabus, which is the front end before the schedule, where I talk about the points that each part of the course is worth and so forth. And then my contact info remains the same. The big thing you want to focus on is the week by week for the rest of the semester, because that is where everything is now. Rather than sending you all over Blackboard to the part for PowerPoints and then go over to the lab section and then go over to the homework section, everything is now arranged by week. And so for the upcoming week on March 21st, just click on this folder and everything is here. Okay, it's a lot, but everything you need for the week is in this one folder, beginning with the reading assignment, chapter 2 on graphs, the PowerPoints, week 6 slides. I then have another version of the PowerPoints that include audio narration from me, talking through the slides and clarifying things. We then have the lab folder, which if you click on it, gives the lab overview, the step-by-step instructions for what we're going to be doing. Go back. I also include help resources. So if you see in the lab, we're going to be doing swirls 7 and 8. Here is the solution to swirl 7 and the solution to swirl 8 in case you get stuck. Then we have the section on assignments, and this is everything that you have to submit by the following Friday at 10 p.m. So our virtual class is on Saturday the 21st. All of these things are due Friday the 27th by 10 p.m. First, there's a link for you to upload your lab knit document. Then we have the assignment that would have been our in-class learning review, but it's now being completed by you at home. It's the same format. It's a multiple choice quiz that you have 2 chances to take, with your higher grade being the one that counts. Then we have homework. There are 2 homework assignments. One is a brief quiz about graphs, and the second is another swirl. And again, I've posted the solution to the swirl right below it in case you get stuck along the way. And then you have your at-home learning review, which is where you're going to be making graphs for your own variables using the code that we learned in lab. I have some additional resources posted here. They're brief videos about how to do this learning review. If you're like, well, I don't know where to begin, how do I make a bar chart? There's a video right here to explain that to you. There's another one that explains how to make a histogram, in case what we did in lab left you with any questions. I also have a help video for how to copy and paste your graph from our studio into PowerPoint or Word, and then how to split your graph title onto 2 lines so that you can see the whole title. So we're going to have each week organized like this. For example, in week 7, the reading, and then the slides, and the lab, and the assignments, and so forth. I still need to do audio narration for some of these things, but the basic format is here. The other thing that is really important for you to see is where I'm hovering right now, join virtual class and lab here. This is the link that will take you to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Okay, and so if you click on this, you get into this area, and you can see there's our room for our course, and it's called Unlocked Available. You want to click on that room, and then you want to join the room. You can join the room virtually by clicking on Join Course Room. If you have trouble with your computer and you want to dial in, there's a number for you to call in. We've practiced this, another professor and I, and this does not always work. I would recommend joining the course room. Try this. If it doesn't work and you happen to know someone else in the class, maybe call them, and then you can listen in from their phone or from their computer if they're able to get into the virtual classroom. And so you're going to join the course room. And then in here is where everything's going to happen. So I'm the moderator, so I have the control to post things, to show you screenshots and so forth. And so, for example, something I might want to do is share materials with you. We'll start by looking at the slides and going through them for the week. We'll talk through that. And then after we go through those, I'll bring up a screen for our studio and show you about the lab. You have the ability to chat if you have a question, or to raise your hand if you have a question. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, this is the first time we're all going to be trying this. We'll see what works, what doesn't work. If it ends up being a big mess, then, we'll try to figure something else out. But I thought we should give this a try. Okay. For those of you who can't be present during our regular class time, I'm going to be recording. There's a record function over here, start recording. And so that'll all be captured for you to watch when you're able to see it. Okay, so let's go back over here. The other thing I wanted to point out to you all that we have not had previously is the discussion board. And I might move that link up a little higher. But I have made a bunch of different subtopics. So if you have questions about stuff from week 6, week 7, and so forth, you're free to post them here. You're also still free to email me directly if you have any questions you want to ask. And I am working on figuring out the virtual office hours aspect of the course to see what we can do with that. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of some foundations about how we're going to be moving forward in the course. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me.